Release from state level to district level. The states or union territories shall release the central grants received along with the matching state share to the district implementing agency or agencies Sbmg within 15 days of receipt of central grants. Sbmg funds released to the district shall be on the basis of the district plans, the extent of demand generation in the district, the expenditure pattern and the balance funds. States shall enter the data of the transfer of funds to districts on the IMIS within 48 hours of the issue of such release order. States shall ensure the availability of funds in districts to ensure effective implementation of the program. In case the state fails to transfer funds, central share and matching state share to the district within 15 days of receipt from the Government of India, a penal interest at 12% per annum for the delay shall be required to be transferred by the state government to the implementing agencies along with the principal amount of the fund. Inter-district transfer of funds made available under Sbmg are allowed once during the financial year subject to the following. Transfer of funds should be against changed physical targets under AIP in both districts, that is, change in the fund availability in a district should reflect in the activities being taken up. The transfer should be with prior approval of the central government. Inter-district transfer of fund has to be reflected in IMIS of this ministry by the state or district within 3 days of such transfer. As the district is the unit of implementation of the program, funds for the implementation of the program shall be managed at the district level. The district implementing agency will transfer the funds for the various activities taken up to the Gram Panchayat or any other agency which has carried out the activities including distribution of incentives. The availability and utilization of funds at district level shall be monitored through the IMIS. Interest earned on funds released under Sbmg. The Sbmg funds, central and state, should be kept in a savings bank account. The household beneficiary contribution, if any, need not be deposited in this account. The interest accrued on Sbmg funds shall be treated as part of the Sbmg resource. The district implementing agency has to submit utilization of interest accrued on Sbmg funds along with claim or claims for subsequent installments, and it should be reflected in the utilization certificates. Monitoring. Effective monitoring of outcomes will be a prime focus to be measured in terms of toilet usage as reflected in creation of ODF communities. Monitoring of outputs will also be done for administrative purposes such as monitoring of expenditure and assets created. The monitoring framework should be able to identify the following: whether adequate IEC or IPC or triggering activities have been carried out for behavior change, whether toilets have been constructed as reported, whether constructed toilets are being used, whether ODF communities or GPs have been created. The monitoring framework proposed will essentially be of two types. Annual monitoring survey. This shall be through a process initiated at the national level focusing on a third-party independent monitoring of the sanitation status in rural areas across the country. Independent agencies shall take up such monitoring which shall conform to national and international requirements like the Joint Monitoring Program (JMP). Concurrent monitoring. There shall be a concurrent monitoring of the implementation of the program, ideally using community level participation. This should ideally use information and communication technology ICT to feed data into the Sbmg MIS. The data of such monitoring shall be the main source of information for the mission directorates and the RALU at various levels. Other monitoring activities in addition to the above may also be taken up. The Swachh Bharat mission Gramin at the national level, state level and district level will have dedicated specialized monitoring units constituting experts in the district which shall be responsible for monitoring the mission activities, which shall include field level monitoring. Monitoring reports will be prepared by the unit every quarter. The monitoring should be at GP or cluster where required or black and district levels. Use of independent agencies or CSOs or NGOs for the concurrent monitoring of the program is permitted. Central and state missions may engage such agencies with experience in monitoring activities and having presence in the particular states for this purpose. Independent third-party evaluation of the program can also be carried out at central and state levels. This is to be done by MDWS using monitoring and evaluation funds. At the state level, up to 5% of the permissible expenditure of the administrative component may be utilized for M&E activities. Management Information System (MIS) reports. The Ministry of Drinking Water and Sanitation has developed an online monitoring system for Sbmg. Household level data with respect to sanitation facilities of all Gram Panchayats in the country is to be made available on the MIS by states on the basis of the Baseline Survey 2012-13. States shall be permitted to update the baseline survey status once a year in the month of March-April. The main focus of the monitoring arrangements for the mission is that of toilet usage through creation of ODF communities. The MIS shall be upgraded to enable reporting of creation of ODF communities and their sustenance. All Sbmg project districts are to submit their physical and financial progress reports of the implementation of the program every month through this online MIS, for which user IDs and passwords have been provided to states, districts and blocks. GP-wise physical and financial progress for every month are to be entered along with photographs of the toilets in the Sbm MIS by the 10th of the following month by the block or district level sanitation missions. A mobile based application for the same has been created in the IMIS to enable uploading of photos from site. The same has to be approved at the state level by the 15th of the month before it is forwarded by the NDWS. Monitoring of the Sbmg project should be carried out at all levels. At the district level, the district collector or deputy commissioner or magistrate or CEO Zilla Panchayat shall review the progress of the mission in each Panchayat once in every fortnight. Similarly, secretary in charge of rural sanitation in the state must review progress with the district officials on a monthly basis. States must ensure the following parameters of physical progress be adhered to on ground before declaring district ODF on MIS. 100% sanitation coverage in villages that have been declared ODF. Conversion of dysfunctional toilets in ODF declared villages. Conversion of insanitary toilets to sanitary. Geotagging of toilets constructed under Sbmg. Verification of ODF declared villages. Evaluation. The states or union territories should conduct periodical evaluation studies on the implementation of the Sbmg program at the state level. Evaluation studies may be conducted through reputed institutions and organizations as decided by the state. Copies of the reports of these evaluation studies conducted by the states or union territories should be furnished to the Government of India. Remedial action should be taken by the states or union territories on the basis of the observations made in these evaluation studies. The cost of such studies can be charged to the administrative charges component of Sbmg. At the central level, the performance of the states under the mission shall be evaluated from time to time through agencies of repute. Technology and research. Sbmg shall encourage suitable and safe sanitation technologies for toilets and solid liquid waste management systems. The MDWS has a committee for suitable technologies to examine technologies suitable for upscaling and implementation. The mission has a list of acceptable technologies for which assistance under this program will be available. This will be updated from time to time. States can decide on technologies suitable for their areas. The beneficiaries or communities shall also participate in the selection of technologies to be implemented. Funding shall be available for research on all activities related to the Swachh Bharat mission. Research institutes or organizations or NGOs and national or state level institutions involved in research or studies related to issues of health, hygiene, water supply and sanitation should be involved to develop new technologies in handling human excreta and waste disposal systems in the rural areas. The research or study outcome should enable improvement of technology, making it more affordable and environmentally safe to suit the requirements of different geohydrological conditions. This will encourage and promote ecologically sustainable long-term solution for disposal of waste. Research or study on lettering design, sustainable methods, technologies for solid and liquid waste management rural areas, appropriate technology to suit varying soil conditions, high water table situations, floods, water scarcity conditions, coastal areas will be priorities. Ecological sanitation or on-site waste management will be encouraged to prevent high cost of water transportation and pollution of water bodies through discharge of untreated waste. Research on interventions like IEC, capacity building and monitoring and evaluation will be permitted. A research and development approval committee RDAC chaired by Secretary DWS and consisting of technical and non-technical members to be decided by the MDWS from time to time shall examine all research proposals and accord approval if found suitable. States can also take up research proposals at their level under the mission. Annual audit. All audits requirements of the Government of India and the CAG as decided from time to time will be followed. The SSBMG will ensure that the accounts are audited by a chartered accountant selected from a panel approved by CAG within 6 months of the close of the financial year in accordance with the general financial rules of the Government of India, and the audited statement of accounts is submitted to the ministry.